Okay, so we said that the vast majority of your test was factoring and solving a quadratic equation. So here are the answers to the first bunch of questions. I hope you remember that we changed number 4 to plus 30.
Yeah.
Okay? So take a look. When we get done with the whole page, I'll ask if there's any questions. But for now, I just want you to check your answers. Scroll up just a little bit. No tricks here at all, guys. Very straightforward. I know the tests on Mondays stink, and I know that your default setting on a weekend is to crash back a little bit, but you're going to have to make time for this. And if you were to use as much time as available to you, you have more time available on a weekend. So that would be a little bit of an advantage. It's just that kids don't naturally take advantage of that time. Okay, so now you've seen all the answers. My question to the first page. My question to you is, are there any question about any of them? Andre?
How did you get number?
Number what? Okay. Well, first off, as soon as I look, what do I always do before I cross the road? Before I cross the road, I look for a common factor. I'm going to get hit by a car. What do I do when I cross the road?
Look right.
Look both ways for traffic. Now, when it comes to factoring, what do I always look for? Common factor. Yeah, crossing the road. All right, I look for the chicken. No. Now, I was thinking of a terrible joke. It's not a lewd joke at all, but it's really a disgusting joke, and I was going to say it, but I am recording this, and no, not a chance. Okay, now.
And the recording.
No, I can't pause the recording. Now.
Say it at the end.
No, I don't think so. Okay, so 81x squared minus 100x squared, since there's no common factor, and there's that minus in the middle, minus, another way to say minus is difference, I start thinking, wait a minute, could this be the difference of two perfect squares? Can you find the square root of 81x squared?
Yes.
Yes, what is it?
9x.
9x. Can you find the square root of 100y squared? Yes. So over here I write 9x plus 10y and 9x minus 10y. Listen, every single year, some kids get that question wrong on the test. A question like that. I don't think it's particularly hard. I think a question like number 8 is much more difficult. Number 10, much more difficult. 9, yeah, kinda. But kids struggle with number 1. I don't understand why. All right, any other questions on numbers 1 through 10, minor? 1 through 10. I'll get to the rest of the page in a minute. Why?
10.
Okay. If we scroll up to number 10, what do we do before we cross the road? Look both ways. Now we're looking for a common factor. What's my common factor? 5.
I didn't put 5 on the outside.
Yeah, thank you so much for doing that, honestly. No, because you know what? I will almost guarantee, unless you listen very carefully now and determine not to make such a mistake, so many kids will do the first step just like I did here, and then when they come over here, they'll leave out the 5. And I'll see it back here, but they won't put it in the answer space over here. You have to remember the 5. It's one of the factors. Look, if the 5's not there, cover it up, it's not there. If I just do n minus 5 times n plus 1, do I get 5n squared minus 20n minus 25?
No.
No. So the 5 is a necessary part of the answer. Lily, I know it's really hard to concentrate today.
I'm not even doing anything.
I know, that's my point. Now, I know with him on your mind that it's so difficult to think about math, but we got to do it. Find a way. Okay. Any other questions in here that I can go over with you? Minor. Number 11. Okay. Now, nature of the roots. As soon as you see this phrase, everybody on your paper right now circle this phrase. Nature of the roots. That means what the roots are like. Then I want you to, if you wrote it on your paper, draw an arrow to this. If not, draw an arrow and then write b squared minus 4ac under the radical. Because as soon as you hear about nature of the roots, we're always talking about the discriminant. The discriminant is that part of the quadratic equation that says square root of b squared minus 4ac. And technically, the square root is not part of the discriminant. Only the b squared minus 4ac is. But I think it's easier to understand if we include the square root. So we're going to work this through now. Let's plug in the a, b, and c minor. Get it? C minor? That's pretty funny. Right? I don't even know music, and I crack the funny.
I don't get it. What?
All right, there we go. Okay,
I don't get it.
like a D flat or a C minor? Scales?
C minor? Oh my god. Oh, I get it. You play the violin.
There are no minors.
So sad. So sad. I don't even know music, and I can put that together. Okay, so now, ready? If I go to b squared, b is equal to 2, so b squared is 4. Minus 4 times a is 1 times c is negative 5. Now, here's the important thing, minor. You might be making a mistake here. Ready? Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4 times negative 5 is positive 20.
I know, I just didn't get how you got A.
Okay, so you agree it's the square root of 24.
Why 24?
Hey, shh, because 4 plus 20 is 24.
Yeah, but 4 minus 20 is 9.
It's not 4 minus 20. It's 4 minus negative 20 or 4 plus 20. Because of that extra negative sign there. Now, here's the thing. Do you know the square root of 24?
Yes. No.
No, it's not a perfect root. If that said square root of 25, then it would be a rational number. But it says square root of 24, that's an irrational number. All you got to do to figure out rational from irrational for now is just on your calculator, just type in square root of 24. It'll say a decimal that fills up the whole screen and it doesn't repeat. That is 99.9% of the time, that's going to be an irrational number. So that means it's going to be irrational. It's unequal because I would have plus or minus 24. And it is also a real number. Real numbers are rational or irrational. What's the only number that's not real?
Zero.
No, zero is real. Come on.
Negative.
Square root of a negative. Right? Square root of a negative is going to be an imaginary number. Anything other than that is always real. Okay. Any other questions on page 1?
13.
Yes.
13.
Supposed to be 2. I got
You put 40 instead of 20.
Hold on, let me put my glasses on. Maybe I screwed up. I do something stupid on every test.
I got N
Shh.
equals-
Hey, listen, if everybody could be quiet, please. 5n minus 39, add 39. It should be positive 6.
No, what? No.
You put 20.
4 times negative 5.
It's not even
Negative 20, not negative 40.
Is it?
Oh, okay. I multiplied 4 times 5 wrong. All right, negative 20. Add that, I get positive 10. 2 is the correct answer to number 13. Okay? You know what I did? I saw 4 times 2 was 8, and I did 8 again. You know why I do those sorts of things? I do this entire sheet in no time. I get it done lightning fast. Okay, let's take a look at numbers 14 through. You really can't put an answer down for 18. It's a partial credit one. Number 17 doesn't work. After you get started, you can just stop. That's good enough. But yeah, everything in the part 2 is partial credit.
But it's
Yeah, don't worry about it. 14, 15, 16. Take a look, see if you have any issues. Sometimes kids get number 14 wrong. Number 14 is really easy. Common factor. Pull out the X. Maybe it's the guy on the left. Maybe it's the guy on the right. Okay?
Wait. Are we doing? Why does it say stop?
What?
Why does it say stop?
because it's unfactorable. Okay, any questions there on 14, 15, 16?
No.
Okay. Now let's take a look at number 18. To me, this should be money in the bank. We had enough questions like it on quizzes, enough questions like it on homework. This should be business as usual. Any questions on number 18? Any at all? Going once, going twice, gone. 19, on the other hand, is probably the most difficult question on the test. Now, can I have everybody's attention? A question just like this was on the first Common Core Regions. So it is an important question to learn how to do. We did it on multiple occasions. We did it as part of a lesson. We've done it on homework. So there it is in front of you. If you have any questions, pop your hand up.
Can we go over it?
Yeah, what part of it is difficult?
Well, just start from where the words A, regular garden measures 9 feet.
Well, here we have the question because it says a rectangular garden.
What did I say?
A regular garden.
Well, that might have been my mistake. Forget
All
what I
right.
said, too.
Here is my rectangular garden. See it? 5 by 9? Okay. Now you're going to build a pathway around it. So I built my pathway around it. That's the dotted line. And the thing it tells you is that it's the same on all sides. So I give each side a little X. And it says that the area of the new garden, the resulting rectangle, is 165. Not the original one. Yes, not the regular one. The resulting one. So listen, look. The hard part is, why is this 2x plus 5? And why is this 2x plus 9? Look, if I go from this dot here, don't look away. If I go from this dot here to this dot here, how far did I go? Well, from here to here is x. From here to here is 5. And then from here to here is another x. That's right. So there are 2 x's and a 5. So altogether you go 2x plus 5. Now, how far is it from here to here? Well, again, there's an x. Now there's a 9. And then there's another x. So altogether there are 2 x's and a 9. So if I do the length, which is 2x plus 9, times the width, which is 2x plus 5, I have to get 165. And the rest of it is just the algebra. Yes?
I got up to 4 parentheses x plus 10 parentheses x minus 3. I got up to there.
Okay.
Where did you get
Well,
what did you cross out?
okay, look.
2 x's.
Watch. This thing, right? You with me here?
Yeah.
Times this thing is 0. So maybe it's the 4. Well, does 4 ever equal 0? No, so I get rid of it. Maybe it's the x plus 10. And that could equal 0, but this is talking about distances. So can you see that when that answer works out, it's going to be negative?
Yes.
So I have to reject it because it's a distance context. The context is in the context of distance, time, etc., things that cannot be negative. And then over here, well, that I'll solve. And I come up with x is equal to 3. Then I go back and I put the 3 in for all of the x's.
Oh, that's it.
2 times 3 is 6 plus 5 is 11. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 9 is 15. And then what's really cool is 11 times 15 is 165, so you know you got it right. Okay? Now, as Mr. Braze used to say all the time, you got to go home. You got to think about this stuff. Lock yourself in a closet. Think. If you look at this now and you go through and you watch, I think everybody right this moment understands what I did up there. But if you don't look at this again until Monday, you're not getting credit. You're going to get beat up on this question. But if you make it a point to, at some point, Andre, tonight, go over this question, go over the question on Saturday, and go over the question on Sunday, you will be ready on Monday. Andre, I picked you because I know you are capable of 100. Now, number 20. That, I hope by now, how many times have we done completing the square?
A lot.
I think by now, everybody in the room should have that right.
I didn't do it.
You didn't do
I
it?
didn't get up to it.
I don't know how to do it.
So you had a whole day off yesterday and you didn't finish.
I didn't bring it home.
Andre, you lame excuses.
So sad.
Well, at least I'm capable of 100.
I was saying.
Oh, no.
Smash.
You just because I said you're capable of 100, I did not say Wyatt is not capable of 100.
Get a 65 right now. Wait, Andre, what'd you get on the last test?
A 98.
Guess what I got?
Okay. Now that the is over. Okay. Any other questions about number 20?
Hold for a second. Nope.
We good, Wyatt? Is it no because you don't know how to do it? Is there anybody besides Wyatt who doesn't know how to do this?
I said I.
Okay. No, you have a dumbfounded look on your face. So I will go over it with you in a couple of minutes, but I don't want to slow everybody else down. Okay, number 21, quadratic formula. Yes, you need to know the formula. If you dare walk into that test not knowing the formula, do you think I'm going to be kind on partial credit?
No.
Not a chance.
What if you get it partially right?
No.
What if
You are an
forget to divide by
accelerated math student. You will anger me beyond. See, here's the thing. If a kid struggles because something doesn't come easy to them, I have a ton of patience. Every person in the room can memorize that formula easily. To me, if you don't have that memorized, you didn't care enough. And if you don't care enough, I don't know why I should care. Any questions on 21?
No.
Okay, and 21 or 22, I'm sorry, is a review question. Let me change the size here a little bit.
Sarah's hurting me.
I was going to say wimp.
No,
Okay.
Wyatt's the crybaby.
I'm the wimp. It's like the old Bill Cosby comedy routine growing up in his house. He thought he was Jesus Christ because every time he did something wrong, his father would go, Jesus Christ! And then he thought his brother's name was God because every time his brother did something wrong, his father would go, God damn. So one day his father looked at him and said, God damn. He goes, no, Jesus Christ! All right.
What?
I get it.
Any question on this? Any question at all? Okay. You have now in your possession a second pretest. My advice to you, do as you will, do number 19 first.
19, okay.
Then any other question that gave you difficulty. And if you have a lingering question from the work we did the other day, you can bring that up now.